Welcome back. Another day, more work, another video, one step closer to getting that CRX done. It is blazing hot, man. It is hot out here, guys. So I'm probably gonna hook up a fan underneath the tent to work because it's ridiculous. So I think my plan of action today is to begin the process of restoring the 3 tail lights for the back of the CRX. But before I do start to sand it and all that good stuff, what I need to do is actually measure. I'm gonna take a tape measure and measure from the edge of this C to the edge of that light, from the edge of this X to the edge of that, from here up, from here down. I'm gonna draw it out so that when we sand that off and we spray the next one, we know exactly where we need to put the decal. And big shout out to the homie CRX Seth. I will put his link in the description because he makes and sells OEM decals that are very, very obviously not OEM, but OEM look, OEM feel, OEM color. So big shout out to him. If you guys need one, make sure you holler at CRX Seth. After I measure the measurements, this guy is what will be put on after the fact, which will probably put the decal on tomorrow, because if I get it all done, cleaning, sanding, clearing, I'll let it sit overnight, and then tomorrow we can go ahead and put the decal back on. These guys are nice and new. Now with the same process that we did last time, we're gonna give these things a good washing, and then we'll start the sanding. I'm not gonna go ahead and record that because it's literally grabbing a rag, a sponge, a Brillo pad, and scrubbing these things down really good. So no need to record it. Got them all washed up. Now I'm gonna let them go ahead and sit out here in the sun for a little bit and dry, obviously upside down so we can make sure all that water gets out of there. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and do my measuring like I told you guys, and I'll show you guys what I mean exactly, just in case you weren't following along. Now don't come at me, but I'm not an artist. So let me show you guys pretty much the tail light, what it looks like. So let me get out this way. There we go, so you can see. So the same way that looks is pretty much this drawing. Now here we go. From the edge of that X to this, I've got 5 1/4. So I'm gonna write that down and make a little line. 5 1/4. From the C to the edge of that line, I've got 5 3/8. 5 3/8. Now I'm not sure as to why this is slightly different, but it might be because this is faded. So when I go to actually put it on, I'll possibly move it 1/8 of an inch to the left and to the right. From the bottom of the R to the bottom of the actual light, I have 2 1/8. 2 1/8. Now this part's gonna be a little bit tricky only because of the edge, but we'll go up to that little bit of the edge. From the edge down, I've got 1 inch and 5/8. 1 inch, 5/8. Now you guys can see how I measured it. Now I know how far from my edge here I gotta go this way, from the bottom down, from the edge of that X to the right, from the top of the R that way. Then obviously I'm gonna go ahead and measure from edge here to edge here and get my center point. Okay, perfect. Got my measurements. I can go ahead and throw this guy into the container, leave him there for the future. Now we can go ahead and start sanding because it's pretty dry. I'll go ahead and start with the center garment, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that's what they call them. Rear garments, center garment, whatever. So we'll start sanding it, the same process as last time. Starting off with the 320, moving to the, starting with the 240, I believe that is, or 220, then go to the 320. Then we'll go to the 6, and then we'll finish it with the 1500 and the 2000. This little inside part, I obviously can't reach it with the DA, so I'm just gonna go in by hand, put my little finger on there, and just go to work. Now we'll move on to the 320. It is hot. Luckily, I have a nice little milk crate as my bench, and we're chilling. Same thing. Because we can't get in there with the DA, I'll take 320 and go by hand. Not too much pressure, not too little pressure, just enough. Now, one thing that was difficult because I'm sanding is trying to keep it where it says Stanley. Unfortunately, it's no longer there. It would have been cool to obviously keep it there, but because we're sanding, we're using the DA, it's not gonna stay. Same goes for the little lettering that's on these, where the reverse lens is. Kind of had to get rid of those as well, but it is what it is. As long as it's all uniformed, I'm happy. Next up, 600, same exact thing. Let's go. So I think I kept on saying 1500, but it's actually 1200. My bad. 1200, some elbow grease. It could be either wet or dry. Pause. With the 2000, I definitely will hit it with water. All right, cool. Let's hit it now with the 2000. Now we wet sand with 2000. You could probably wet sand with the 1500 as well. It won't hurt. But now we're wet sanding with the 2000, guys. Now you can kind of see, you can get an idea with the sanding, and now that we just kind of just wet it, you can get the idea of what it's gonna look like. And that looks very, very good. The lighting in here really sucks, guys. Let me move this out so you guys can get a better feel, better look. The lighting in there is not the greatest, but you can see, you can get an idea as to what it's gonna look like once it's done and cleared. So now off camera, I'm gonna go ahead and do the exact same with the two sides, the driver's side and the passenger side one. There's no reason to record that. It's literally the exact same process that I just finished doing with the centerpiece. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like, and then we'll get the spraying. Well, actually, then we'll get the grease and wax remover first, wipe them down, let them dry, then we'll get the spray. Cool. All three are done. I'm gonna let them dry up a little bit more out here, and then I will go ahead and grab the wax and grease remover or acetone, whichever I have left in there. Don't worry if you see those itty bitty scratches. Once I hit that clear, you ain't gonna see them, so I'm not worried about that. But they are nice and cleaned, sanded, and now we're gonna let them dry, and then we'll hit them with the acetone. Went ahead and threw them up on the bench, taped the top part just a little bit. Ain't have to go OD, it's not that serious. And we are ready to spray. This is what we are using. Again, 2K Clear Glamour by Spray Max. This stuff is very, very good. Once again, you take this little red cap, you put it at the bottom, you pop down so that it activates the hardener that is inside of this 2-part clear. This stuff is very, very good. Like I said in the last video when I did my headlights, don't use the crappy stuff that you buy at Discount or Pet Boys or AutoZone, any of that stuff. Order or go to the store where they sell this stuff. I might have gotten a little too close right there, but we'll let that dry, and if I have to, I'll go ahead and hit it with the 2000 again to get that down some. But the rest is looking pretty good. Again, I know the lighting under here is not the greatest, but there you go. That's a great shot of what they are looking like. They're looking very, very damn good, except for that little run that I have right there. But besides that, they're looking really, really good, guys. Here's a little bit better angle and lighting with what it's looking like. This looks really, really good. I am gonna have to fix that little run. You could probably see it right there. There's a little bit of a run. There it is right there on that one. But the other ones, man, those look good. That looks really freaking good, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Look at them from there. Look at that. That looks hella good. Damn, from far you can't see the run, but from up close you can see it, so I do want to fix that for sure. Because these two don't need to be resanded again, I'm gonna let these be up here, but I'm gonna leave that one getting beat up by the sun so it could dry quicker, so that I could actually you know, redo that one with the 1200 and the 2000. But these two could stay up here and dry, and they're looking, I mean, you guys should see, you could see me in the reflection, like, hello. You could even see what shirt I'm wearing. That's wild. These look really, really good, guys. I said toward the beginning of the video, I'm gonna let these sit, let them dry overnight, so that tomorrow I could put the CRX decal on there, and then you guys can really see what these are gonna look like. So see you guys tomorrow. So I decided to come inside, come inside and actually do this decal stuff so you guys can have an idea. Here are the measurements. I'm gonna go ahead and start measuring and taping off where I need to tape with some painter's tape and get this decal where it's supposed to go. Guys, the decal is on. Let me show you guys. Look at that, man. Damn, that looks freaking good. That's freaking amazing. If you guys remember also, that one I had to redo this morning, so I woke up early and got that done with. I had to re-sand it down because I screwed up. Remember, there was runs right here, so I had to sand it all down again, re-clear it, so now it's drying. But this guy came out super, super sick. Once again, big shout out to CRX Seth for selling me the new CRX OEM decal. Super, super stoked with the outcome of these taillights, man. They look amazing. Better than what I thought that they would have looked, honestly. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. We're almost at 700. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, man. You guys know the vibes. Chase the dream, not the competition. Peace.